Wow. I never thought I'd be telling my story to 200 of my closest friends. Okay. This is Sally Field. She depicted a person suffering from multiple personality disorder. It is the first thing I thought of when I heard of this psychoanalytic process. It really isn't about multiple personalities, but a way to cope with thoughts that have been with me as far back as I can remember. I learned about this process when I started seeing a therapist about a year ago. My family and I moved back to Wichita about 3.5 years ago. We lived in St. Louis for about 12 years and decided to move back after I had a serious bout with anxiety. I was in a bad work environment and the St. Louis economy was on the toilet, so getting another job that supported a family of 4 was very difficult. So we thought moving back home would be the answer. The economy in Wichita was much better, and I quickly landed a job. However, my anxiety and overall withdrawal from family got progressively worse. I've been through 3 jobs, but in my defense, I was laid off from one of them. I knew things had to change or it would not end well for me. These are the family members I never knew I had. They are sub-personalities that are not bad. They're there to protect an exile, which is a child that has gone through a traumatic, or in my case, childhood event. If a trigger event happens, these parts come out in unproductive ways that hurts the adult. For me, the Underminer is a close family member. He shows up as crippling anxiety and emotional withdrawal. He is there to protect the child that grew up poor and raised by an absentee single mother. As a result, he felt inferior to other kids. After working with a therapist, I was able to picture this part as Ward Cleaver. He's the dad that always wanted the best for his family. He didn't trust the adult Bryan to watch out for the exiled Bryan due to the chaos going on around him. Another family member is the judge. He's there when I feel guilty about something I cannot put my finger on. Whenever I should do something, I know that I'm judging myself or I'm judging others. I also have this general feeling that something bad is going to happen. For instance, if my boss has his door shut, I know he's talking about me and I'm about ready to get fired. I picture the judge as Wilford Brimley. He's a guy that has unyielding standards and has no problem telling you about them. He's not bad. He's there to protect the exiled child. So when he shows up, I should on myself a lot. Nothing is ever good enough. I hold myself to irrational standards, and there was always something I could do better. Ultimately, the part and the adult are on the same team, but if they are blended, then the part is in the seat of consciousness, and the same feelings will keep coming up, which I can entirely attest to. Working the system requires me to be in the seat of consciousness, which means I am calm. Once in the seat, I can imagine the part separate from me. I can name it, I can look at it, I know how it feels, I know how I feel when the part is triggered, and I know what's trying to protect the exiled child. So when I'm unblended from the part, I remain in the seat of consciousness. In order to get to know additional family members, there are techniques I can use to visualize a triggering event without one actually occurring. There are also techniques I can use to heal the exiled child. I will always be a work in process, but it isn't that the point in life is to continually grow.
Huzzah.
So picture yourself in this chair. It is a natural place to be. Whenever you have feelings of guilt, inadequacy, anxiety, depression, it is possible that a part is protecting an exile. But you can put yourself back in the driver's seat and understand the part is just trying to help. Tell the part it can trust you to not hurt the exile, and you know why it is there. It is then that unblending occurs and feelings of connectedness and calm take over. These are the feelings associated with being in the seat of consciousness. I strive for these on a daily, if not hourly basis. I picture my parts as coming in between me and the human race. When I am unblended, the part is always there, but I am in control. I can now be at peace. This is why I continually strive. These are my kids. This is my wife. And finally, when you see somebody that is judgmental and hateful, know that that is their part, and maybe it's not truly them. If anybody doesn't know, this is Fred Phelps from Westboro Baptist Church. Thank you.